Welcome back to the news at 10. The Group Managing Director of the Nigeria National Petroleum Corporation, Mr. Mekanti Baru, has backed the proposed unbundling of the NNPC. Speaking at a public hearing on the Petroleum Industry Bill, Mr. Baru called for transparent and efficient administration of petroleum companies.
This is a Senate committee hearing room filled with some major players and pressure groups in the petroleum sector. They are all here for one purpose: to see to the passage of a long-awaited petroleum industry bill. The Petroleum Industry Bill, PIB, has languished for nearly 8 years in the National Assembly, with previous assemblies failing to pass the bill. The PIB is getting another chance in the 8th Assembly, and it has been broken down into 5 parts, which lawmakers say will ensure a speedier passage. This public hearing is to get inputs from industry experts on the first part of the bill, which focuses on the governance and institutional framework of the petroleum sector.
The key objectives of the petroleum industry be therefore to establish a framework for the creation of commercially orientated and profit-driven petroleum entities that ensures value addition.
The NNPC Group Managing Director spells out measures which would eliminate corruption within the system while promoting efficiency and accountability.
We suggest certain revisions of the 2015 bill to align the bill with best international practices in the industry. Consequently, there should be 1. Clarity in joint venture and production sharing contract ownership of the assets, including the handling and the sale and disposal of available production.
While the NNPC supports the creation of 3 new entities in the sector, labor unions say they will reject any plan to privatize the oil sector without proper engagement with them. It is expected that after the Senate passes the petroleum governance and institutional framework of the PIB, it would move to the second part of the PIB, which focuses on fiscal framework and host communities. This part of the PIB has been controversial in previous assemblies, as lawmakers disagreed on the modalities for the payment of the Host Community Development Fund. Linda Kibi, Channels Television News.
Former President Goodluck Jonathan and Governor Ifeanyi Okowa of Delta State have taken a message of peace to the creeks in the Niger Delta. According to both leaders, the destruction of pipelines and other national assets in the area has not only affected revenue generated to the Federation account, but has also reduced revenue accruable to Delta State. Speaking in Warri, both leaders agreed that peace is the only solution for meaningful developments to take place. And giving his opinion on renewed militancy in the region, the former president says dialogue and peace are the way forward. The Federal Executive Council has approved the appointment of 5 transaction advisors to run the issuance programs for the proposed $1 billion Eurobond, which will commence in January 2017. The Nigeria City Group, Standard Chartered Bank, Stanbic IBTC Holding PLC, White & Case, Banwo and Igodalo are the 5 parties which the Finance Minister Kemi Adeosun says are expected to run all issuance programs for the country over the next 3 years. Let's take a look at some business news for the day. Here's Melinda Akinlami.
You first. First Bank.
Welcome to Business News. On the day, the chairman CEO Channels Media Group, Mr. John Momo, and some management staff sounded the closing gong at the Nigerian stock market, the all-share index reversed to negative status, with the key index notching up 0.01%. For details, here's Militant Nwaka. Hello
and welcome to the Stock Market Report. Activities at the Niger stock market reversed the negative status at the end of midweek trade as the key index edged up marginally 0.01% at 25,673.80. Well, the market volume came in at 255.7 million units, valued at 2.08 billion naira and exchanged by investors in over 2,000 deals. The advances chart was led by petroleum marketing stock Forte Oil, which gained 10.24%. Transco and Portland Paints also recorded some gains in that category. Oando, Transco Hotel and Avon Crown topped the day's laggards, dropping by 9.43%, 4.96% and 4.55% each. On the volume chart, Wema Bank, Diamond Bank and Axis Bank were the toast of investors, pooling the highest units of shares. Well, that's the Stock Market Report. I'm Millicent Walker.
The S&P 500 opened flat today as traders digest the new policies by U.S. President-elect Donald Trump. In New York City, VOA Channels TV business correspondent Jill Malandrino has more.
See, we're exactly at 0%, but the laggard today is the NASDAQ, which has actually come back just a bit as we kick into the first hour of trading in the States. It's being led down by the biotech index as Trump has come out saying that he is going to crack down on healthcare prices. We could see after he won the election, we got that spike because Hillary Clinton, part of her premise of her campaign was to crack down on healthcare prices. He has not mentioned much of that. We saw a little bit of consolidation, and we can see today as it came out that he's going to crack down on prices as well. The tone of the market is starting to settle out as we're digesting President-elect Trump's policies. So far, the leaders for December have been the financial sector, industrials, and consumer staples, which falls in line with his deregulation and repatriation of foreign companies back into the States. So we think that we will continue to see that theme play out for the remainder of the week. I'm Jill Malandrino. This is VOA Channels TV Business News, and we're from the NASDAQ market site live in Times Square, New York.
The Ekiti State Governor, Mr. Ayodele Fayose, has presented the 2017 appropriation bill to the State House of Assembly. The budget, which he called Budget of Higher Heights, has the sum of 93.47 billion naira as total expenditure. 55 billion naira goes to recurrent expenditure, while 38 billion naira is for capital expenditure. The governor promised that the 2017 budget will give special attention to women empowerment. He presented the budget in a military attire.
By the chart before me, it is clear that the economic sector will be 19% of the total budget. Social sector will be 8%. Environment 2%. Administrative sector 12%. And capital will be 41%. This government will give very special attention to women at all levels, and will equally use all at our disposal to make women more independent in their finances.
Governor of Ekiti State Ayodele Fayose. To the rest of the global markets now, European stocks closed higher today as investors shifted their focus to the central bank's meeting, where they expect further monetary stimulus to be announced. In Asia, shares were higher, with Australia shrugging off a weak GDP. And with those closing numbers, we wrap up business news. It's back to you, Ijoma.
You first. First Bank.
Thanks a lot, Melinda. Sterling Bank PLC has again shown its commitment to environmental protection and cleanliness with its quarterly environmental sanitation in strategic locations across the country. During the makeover exercise at the Oyingbo market in the Ebute Metta area of Lagos State, southwest Nigeria, the management of the bank says the gesture is to discourage environmental degradation and encourage good sanitary culture in the people.
The management staff of Sterling Bank PLC presenting cleaning materials to traders in Oyingbo Market in Ebute Metta area of Lagos State. Gifts presentation over, the staff of the bank move into the market for a thorough cleaning exercise. According to them, this gesture is to promote healthy living amongst traders in Lagos and across the country.
We do this quarterly. We participate actively with LOMA. We are doing this in 14 states as we speak. And the ultimate is to ensure that we cover the entire 36 states. We've been at it since 2013 in terms of active participation by our staff on a quarterly basis. But we've been sponsoring environment for at least 8 years now, spending millions of naira on this because we believe this is the only way to show that we can develop as a country.
The appearance of actress Funke Akindele adds excitement to the hustle and bustle in Oyingbo.
I'm out here today to clean Lagos, to clean Oyingbo Market, courtesy Sterling Bank. It's a great initiative from Sterling Bank. We need to keep our environment clean. We need to keep Lagos clean. We need to keep Nigeria clean. So we're going all out in collaboration with Sterling Bank to do that. And we're encouraging people to come out.
And if these traders make a habit of cleanliness as done here, more citizens will enjoy healthy living and minimize cases of illnesses.
Next on the news at 10, League Management Company approves Kwara Stadium to host the NPFL matches for next season. And that'll be on sport.